Hi guys and welcome to the video. So today we have with us the SUV that gives bold design, 7 seats as well as a price that will shock the segment. Meet the all new Nissan Gravite. Let's check out how this car is. So guys, this is the all new look of the new Nissan Gravite. So firstly, talking about the key of the vehicle, this is the key of the vehicle. You get the lock, unlock with the boot as well as the light button along with the Nissan logo on the key. Moving towards the car, you get this kind of a nice Nissan logo on the center with the bold Gravite badging on the bonnet. You get this kind of a black chrome grille along with this kind of a new revised bumpers making the car look more aggressive. You get this kind of a LED lamps out here, as well as you get this kind of a power bulges which I've earlier seen on the Triber along with a wash off with the wipers. So moving towards the side, firstly you get this kind of a black wheel arches along with this kind of a type of alloy design, but it's not a complete alloy, and the size is 185/65 R15s. So moving to the side, you get this kind of a chrome ORVMs with the indicator placement given out here, and you get chrome door handles, and this is the side profile of the car, very much similar to the Triber. You also get this kind of a petrol lid on the side. So moving towards the back, you get this kind of LED tail lamps with some halogen indicators as well as the reverse light is halogen. So moving towards the center, you get this kind of a Nissan badging with rear wipers and washers. You get this kind of a high mount tail lamp along with the Gravite badging given boldly in the center. You also get this kind of a new reflector treatment as well as a new bumper treatment. So let's open the boot to check the boot space of the vehicle. You get a minimal boot, but when you fold the seats, you get up to 625 liters. And this is the third row of seats, quite nice. So let's close this and move front. Getting into the rear of the vehicle. So talking about the details on the door, you get this kind of plastic treatment with chrome door handles. This is the lock unlocks button as well as the power window controls. You get a decent amount of bottle holders. So this is the seats on the inside. So let's move into the vehicle. Let's close the door for now. So coming inside the car, you get this kind of a AC vent on the pillar treatment, as well as this is the dash of the vehicle. So these seats are actually fabric seats. You get this kind of a white along with the blue blended seats, which is quite nice and supportive. And this is the third row of the vehicle. So moving front, so if you're wondering how to get into the rear seats of the vehicle, so you get a lever out here and the seats tumble. That's a one-hand operation, quite nice. The rear seat space is actually quite decent enough. It is good for kids as well as adults can sit for shorter rides. So let's move front to see the driver's side of the vehicle. So talking about the length of this car, the length is 3894 mm and the width alone is 1735 mm. So let's get into the driver's side to check out the driver's side view of the vehicle. So talking about the details, you get this kind of ORVM controls as well as power windows with a power lock, as well as decent enough bottle holders. So talking about the seats, you get this kind of the same white and a blue blended fabric seats. So let's get into the vehicle. So let's close the door. Let's start the car for now. So this is how the car starts. Quite nice animations it gets. So firstly, this gets a fully leather wrapped steering with the Nissan logo given out here. You get this kind of a cruise control, steering mount controls as well as infotainment controls on the steering. You get this kind of a semi-digital instrument cluster, and here you get a fully digital infotainment system. So talking about the infotainment system, it is quite sleek. So this is vehicle, you have vehicle settings, you have rear view camera. So moving out, you have the radio. You can adjust between radio modes. You have settings. You can adjust what display, audio, devices, systems, and many other things. You also have the camera button out here. So this is the rear parking camera, you can see. So you can also adjust many settings like the contrast, the brightness, as well as other settings of this. You can also off the camera off the guidelines if you want. You can on the guidelines if you need it. So coming down, you get this kind of a AC blower speed. This is the temperature control. This is the AC modes. Here you get the hazard lights. This is the button to lock the car and lock it. This is the traction control button. This is for the parking sensors. So moving down, you get some kind of a storage space out here. You get a start stop engine button out here. So this is the button for the cruise control. and this is the wireless charging pad of the vehicle. You can also on it and off it if you don't want to use the charging. So this is the manual, so you get a 5-speed gearbox. This is the physical handbrake, You also get retractable armrest for the driver separately attached to the seat, and you also get two cup holders out here, and you get some storage space which actually offers cooling, and the knob is given right there. So moving towards the passenger, you get this kind of a decent enough glove box, and also you get some additional space out here, quite nice. And you also have this kind of a wooden trim given out here, as well as the AC vents on the passenger as well in the center. So you get this kind of a manually dimming rear view mirror, as well as the visors. The passenger gets a mirror, and this is a light placement of the vehicle. So you get retractable grab handles on the passenger side. So let's move out of the car to check the engine of the vehicle. So let's off the engine. Let's move towards the engine. So for that, you get this kind of a lever placement out here. So let's move out. So let's go towards the bonnet. So let's open the bonnet of the car now. So this is how the engine of the car looks like. So this gets a 1 liter 3-cylinder petrol engine producing 71 horsepower and 93 Nm of torque. So let's close this.
So guys, if you have liked the all new Nissan Gravite or any other Nissan models, it is time to experience it. For that, do visit the Raja Nissan showroom located at Marathalli for great offers and discounts. For more details, you can also contact the number given on the screen or let me know in the comments.